So, something that's coming to light and to mind since yesterday, talking with some soul sisters, and then opening up the Course in Miracles and opening up to the page on Specialness, and then going on my phone to this group that I'm in and listening to an audio, like a little voice note. And it's also talking about specialness. And I'm just like, whoa, okay. Specialness is the theme. And honestly, it's been a big theme for me. When you know you're a performer and you believe that that's your identity, whether it's music, whether it's acting, modeling, whatever it is, even actually if it's anything like you just want to be in a managerial position, you just want to do your job really well. So you can feel that you are special, and specialness is a lie. The idea of specialness being individual, right? Like specialness being, because the thing is, if we think about it, when I believe myself to be special, that's in comparison to other people. So that in and of itself is like a form of indirect separation, because you're just saying I'm special and that person is not, or is less than. It's just consciously, that's how we take it. That's how it's planted in our minds, right? Celebrities are special, but we're not, right? Those who are watching the celebrities are not special. Olympians are special, but the audience is not special. Movie stars are special, but the crew who do the work in the back are not special. Event organizers, and actually it's funny because event organizers do everything and they make it happen, and they make themselves, or would want to feel special in their role and in their position within a company, within a group of people, production, right? And yet, when it comes to the celebrities they're doing events for, they might feel inferior because those people are special and I'm just an event organizer. And then the event organizer within the production, the assistant's like, well, I'm just the assistant, right? Like there's these levels, it just creates these levels. And then the guy at the security is like, in comparison to the assistant, is like, well, I'm just a security, right? So there's like, if there's specialness, then there's less. There's this scale of better than, less than, more than, And the truth is that we can look at it either way. We all are equally special, which is my favorite way to look at it. Or specialness is not really true. It's just something that's in our mind. It's something that is another distraction, another trap of the ego to keep us small, in comparison to others, so that our light cannot expand, because our light expands when we know who we truly are, when we know that our brother is just as important as us, when we know that they are a child of God and so are we, when we know that we sustain all of this together with love, with our internal posture, with our relationship towards everything. And that includes our brothers, our sisters. It includes us. It's all inclusive. So this idea that specialness is something that we're seeking, because that's another thing. If we want to feel special, then we're going to do everything to impress, to prove, to get approved, right? Like there's just so much proving and wanting approval. And it all comes back to this idea and really false belief in unworthiness, which I'm very much aware of. When I got to the point in my career where I was like, is this what I'm going to be doing? Making music, putting it out there, giving it my all, making a video, getting the look right, getting the song right, all the aspects, putting it all together, promoting it, putting it out there, marketing it, and then just waiting for the world to approve, to let me know I'm special. Really? Is that what my worth is based upon? Can that be true? I had my daughter, and she was only known by our family, right? Just like if you have a kid, you know this. And no one could ever tell you that the worth of that baby, of that child, was defined by what other people thought. You know, by being with the child, by just seeing them, witnessing them, even if no one ever noticed them before or ever saw them again, it didn't matter. That played no part in who they are, in their worth, in their beauty, right? We can see that with a child. But the thing is, it's the same thing with us. We've just had this like socialization and, adulting that has over time like scratched away at this pure worthiness that we were given, that we all have inherited, I share this phrase with my daughter a lot. We have this like little affirmation that we do, and sometimes when we do it too much, we take a break and we do something else, because that's how things should work. You just kind of follow the excitement. And it's like a little, there's this whole phrase, this whole little singing and thing that we do, like I am beautiful, I am brave, this kind of thing. And one of the parts that I think is super important, because as we grow, children in school, they're teaching us to be special. They're teaching us to be the best kid. The system is teaching us, with stickers, with all this like different forms of rewards and punishment, who is special, who is good, and who is not, right? Who is gifted and who is not, right? The world is already teaching us as we get into the school system, as we get into the workplace, that this is how it's all defined, right? That specialness is real. And if you don't have it, then poof, you've lucked out. And the truth is that we are all equally special. We are all equally divine. We are all equally holding and bearing and containing a light that is waiting to shine, that is waiting to break through all these blocks and beliefs and concepts and comparisons and ideas that we think we are, we think we need to be anything in the world. And the truth is that when we understand that those have never defined us, that is not what we really want, that those are all sort of like fake building blocks upon a foundation that doesn't really hold anything, right? Unworthiness does not hold you. Self-doubt does not hold you. So all these other things like feeling beautiful, doing this to my body, and this is not to judge anybody's choices, because we can do what we want, and if we are all on our journey of discovery, right? And every choice, we don't know what things are for. We have no idea. So to judge a thing is to say, I know what that's for. And equally, to judge myself is to say, I know that I'm good or not good. I know that I'm special or not special. And the truth is that we can allow ourselves to be shown. We can release these concepts that are actually inhibiting us from experiencing the truth of this ultimate light and love that we've been given, we've been gifted, and it can show up in the world in different ways, right? Like maybe singing, maybe art, maybe leadership, maybe just a knack for connecting with people, it could be anything. These are like things that for some of us are very obvious, and for others can be very dormant, but they live within us. And our idea of specialness or lack thereof, right? Of wanting to shine or believing we're less than, is like two sides of the same coin. It's this belief in comparison and belief in differences. And the truth is, we're not. We may look different. There's so many things deceiving us about these differences. But at the core of who we are all equally special, equally gifted, equally divine, because we come from it. Love has no barrier. Love knows no differences. Love has no judgment. And if we are the bearers of love, you better bet that we have been misinformed, miseducated about who we are. This is who we are. 11:11 as I say that. And so this is just to talk about remembering that specialness is a trap. Specialness in the sense of seeing ourselves as different of others, whether it's less than or more than. Seeking that approval, right? It's working against who we truly are. Who we truly are wants to love our neighbor. Who we truly are wants to see their success and know that their success, and I'm not defining it in any way in the world, right? Their happiness, their peace, their open demeanor, whatever it may be, those people that you feel at peace with, that if you see something in somebody else, know that it is yours too. Maybe not in the same format, right? The thing is that we get stuck on forms, and then we're like, okay, well, I can never be a singer because I just can't sing. Yeah, but equally, that's the thing, that's the form that's shown up for somebody. That's the form, the energy. So that's like the silhouette, and what we're talking about is the content, right? So the outline looks different for them. Yeah, it could be singing, right? I sing. That could be something that I can use. But for you, it could be cooking. It could be working with animals. It could be, leading a group. It could be driving. I mean, it could be so many things. The thing is, that's why guidance is so important, because it's guiding us to the things that will expand our light, that will allow us to shine in the way that we're meant to, and also know that everyone is meant to shine. The light is with everyone. We are a lamp, right? And like Jesus says, we're meant to sit on a hill and shine and be seen. That love is supposed to be extended. It is not supposed to be held and covered up and hidden. That's not what it's for. So there's this, I think specialness, what's coming to me is like this misdirected desire, because we know we truly are special, because we come from the most special, the only thing, right? Like this complete lovability, this belonging, this wholeness, we come from that, then we seek it in the world, but we're in the world of form. We're in the movie. We're in the dream. And in the dream, there's forms and formats and bodies and cars. And so like all these things, this is when I say the senses can really blind us. They can distract us. They can confuse us about who we are, because we've decided not to go within, and we're now looking without to see our worthiness, which we know we have. Something deep inside us knows that we have worthiness, because we're always seeking it. And we wouldn't be seeking, you know how you say like home is where the heart is? Yeah, we are always seeking for home and things, but the true home is at the heart. if home is where the heart is, then home is right here. It's not in four walls. It's not in a car. It's not even in a family. The family is a symbol of a place where you open your heart. And because the family exists, it is the catalyst to allow yourself to feel your own true love. Same thing with a partner. It's not about them being who you fall in love with. It's about them opening something in you, which then allows the fountain of love to flow through you. And that is the love within you. And you are actually experiencing and falling, if anything, rising into love, right? You rise into love together because you bring out love from each other. So we can think it's coming from the world, but it's not. And then specialness is a trap that tries to like get us in that, in that little choo-choo train of like comparison and contrast and more than and less than. And it's all just a distraction from God, from oneness, from our true source, from who we are, from rest. The moment you know that you don't have to compare yourself to anybody, you don't have to prove anything to anybody, that you can just live an inspired life, whether it's going to work, it doesn't mean an inspired life has no certain image. It's an internal posture towards anything you do. Are you a homemaker? You're home with your family, with your kids? Do that. Are you a lawyer? Do that. Like, we need to take away this specialness and bring forward our light towards any place we are, because we don't know what anything is for. And God can use all of it. Yeah, the Spirit will meet you where you are. Where you are. It is limitless, and it'll meet you in any form, right? It extends beyond all things. Like, it is the formless, so it will attach to any form that makes sense for you. And it not being like an entity, right? It being like just this presence, this light that reaches us, right? This bridge to God that reaches us within this experience, within this dream, within this matrix, if you want to call it. And so, specialness is a trap, my friends. If you are special, remember forever and ever, you are special, and so is everybody else you're looking at. Did I even say the phrase with my daughter? I don't think I said it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna say that phrase. So what we would say is, I am better than no one, and no one's better than me. I saw it one time on a video a long time ago when she was a little baby, and I was like, wow, this is it. I am better than no one. And as soon as you hear it, you're like, oh, okay. And no one is better than me, period. We are all in this together. We are all here to shine together. We are discovering ourselves at whatever part in our book, in our chapters, in our script. We are all here. And we all play a part. And we don't know what anything is for. Let God show you what it's for. Don't put your expectations upon it. Let's not add comparison and contrast. Come back in. We come back in and we remember who we truly are. That we are one with everything. With all of our brothers and sisters. And one with love, with God. And in that, we can experience what the ultimate form and the only form of specialness is, which is oneness. That is the one we're trying to achieve. That is the one we're trying to be. Not the one on the stage, not the one who's got the meeting, who did the deal. That's not the one we're trying to be. The real one, that's the distorted view. The real one, the deepest desire, is to know the one that we are. That one mind, one heart. That's it. Have a blessed day, my friends. Talk soon.